Hello, welcome from Tecra's channel. So what we're going over today is a guide how to set up a TecraCoin Masternode and start earning Tecras, of course. And don't worry, even if it's your first time setting up a Masternode, you'll do just fine. Just by following this guide, description to this guide is below, and looking at this video, you'll do just fine. Let's take a look at the requirements. First of all, we have to have a TecraCoin wallet on our computer. There is a video on our channel how to set up a wallet, so I assume you already have it. So my wallet is right here, as you see. It's an empty wallet, all synchronized, ready to go. Next, to get a Masternode, of course you need 10,000 TecraCoins. Now you have three options how to get coins. First option is, of course, exchange. We are right now at the Conga exchange. Link to the Conga exchange you have in the description below. You can just get coins there, send it to your wallet, and it's going to be fine. Now the second option is you go to our website, TecraCoin.io, and if you scroll down from the main website, you get to here you go. You get to for example, buy Masternode. You can click here and that will put you in a best rate place. You can just buy coins there. So 10,000 TecraCoins will cost you right now 3.3 Bitcoin. You actually get 10,082. So that's second option. Now the third option is you just contact us directly, and we can even sign the agreement or purchase order with you and get you your coins to your wallet. So those are the three options you have right now to get TecraCoins. Now, as I mentioned before, in order to run a Masternode, you need exactly 10,000 coins on your address. So we need to send ourselves exactly 10,000 coins in one transaction. We have a receiving address on our address. We called it main. We can create as many addresses as we need. So let's say I'm buying that 10,080 coins. It's going to show here I have 10,080 coins. I need to create another address and send myself exactly 10,000 coins. That's going to be our Masternode address. So in order to create address, receiving address, we'll just go to receive right here, and we're gonna name it Masternode 1. We're gonna request 10,000 coins, and that's pretty much it. We can just request the payment. Here you go. Now what it's doing, that's creating us our new address with the label Masternode 1. So right now, if we go to our addresses, receiving addresses, you see I have two addresses. So in the main address, I'm gonna have my coins which I bought, and now I'm gonna send myself to this other address exactly 10,000 coins, and that's gonna be my Masternode address. So that's what you need to do in order to start a Masternode. You need to have an address with exactly 10,000 coins on it. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna close it, and I'm gonna send myself some coins, and we'll get back to this. While waiting for coins to show up in our wallet, there are some things we can do meanwhile. So let's take a look. We've done this, we have address. Here you go, step 2. So in step 2, what we have to do, we have to set up our virtual private server, which I'm going to show you how to do, and we have to download a tool to connect to virtual private server. So let's start with downloading this tool. You go to a website which is called putty.org. Link to this website is below. So you go to this website, and from a main site, which is right here, download putty. So you click here and you pick your operating system, again Windows 64. You click and you start downloading your tool as you see here. Then you set up and run it, and here you go. This is the little tool we're gonna use. Now once we have a server, we just type a server IP address, we connect open, and we connect to a server. Now what we need is a server. So what I suggest you use, if you're not familiar with anything else, you can just use Vultr. That's the service. You can get your servers, and as you see I have one running right here. To start the server, first you have to fund your account. So you go to billing, and here are the options you have. So you can fund it by credit card, PayPal, Alipay, Bitcoin, WeChat, gift code. So if you funding your account, the server is gonna cost you $5 a month. So let's say if you wanna do it for let's say a year, you just fund it for $50, and there you go, you're almost good for a year. So you fund it for $50. Your funds are gonna appear right here in the billing in the right hand corner, and that's gonna be $50. And as you see here on the main site, you see daily how this amount changes when your server is running. So now, how do you start the server? So you have this big plus sign right here on the right hand side. You click this, and that will put you on a site when you deploy your server. So you pick location. It doesn't really matter what location, I just leave it at default. Then you pick your server type. We need CentOS 7x64, so you pick that. Server size, you can just go for $5 a month, as I said before, and pretty much this is it. You leave everything else, you leave blank, and you click deploy now. So you see I'm having another server right here starting right now. It's showing me installing. So we'll give it a 5 minutes or so, and it's gonna be running. Then we're gonna open this tool, and we're gonna connect to this server. You can also connect to a server using tool which is available right here. But I find it convenient to have your own tool and on your computer and running everything from this special tool. So as you see, it's already started. So once we click on it, it's finishing installing and booting, so it might not connect us yet, but let's try. So you copy address, you paste it here, and you try to connect. It gives you this message. You just let it connect. That's all. And here you go. The message just disappeared as I was moving the window. So that means we should be fine to connect to server. Now, as login, you type root, R-O-O-T. Click enter, and the password, you have it right here. So you copy, you right click, and you press enter. And here you go, you have a message that you are connected. So that looks good. So let's check our wallet. Here we go. We have, as I said, we were buying coins, so we bought 10,081 coins, and those coins came to, I sent 2 transactions. First I sent 1 coin just to make sure everything's fine, then I sent the rest of the coins, and both transactions came to main address. As you remember, I have two addresses. I have main address and Masternode 1 address. Now, what I need to do, I need to send one transaction for exactly 10,000 coins to set up a Masternode. So I copy address, and now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to send myself 10,000 coins because I have 10,081. So I go to send, pay to, so I paste the address. It gives me already message Masternode 1 because that's the label of this address which we created before, and we're gonna send 10,000 coins. We have 10,000 coins exact. We're gonna pay a fee. This fee is so small, so it doesn't really matter. The fee is actually paid for from main address, not from the amount we are sending, because we need 10,000 even. And we go send. Gives us a couple seconds to look and check. Everything looks fine. We go yes, and we get the message that the coins are on the way. We go to overview. Nothing changes here except a little fee right here. And in transactions, we here have payment to yourself, as you see, and it's in the waiting period. Okay, so we'll wait for the coins to show up at our address. We have server set up, as you see, on our main site right here. So what else can we do? Meanwhile, we have server, we have a tool to connect to server. Actually, this session is timeout. We can now before we run a script, this is a script. I said this before. Link to this document is in the description below. So from this link, you'll copy and paste this script to run and install your Masternode. But before you do it, you need to change those two lines. And now I'm going to show you where we get the info about those lines and how we set up a wallet to run our Masternode. On our computer, we have a folder with TecraCoin files. Now, to find this folder, what do? You just press Window button on your keyboard, and then you type %appdata%. Then, in folders, between the folders you have there, you look for TecraCoin folder, and then you open it up. Once it's open, you look for the file which is called tnode.config file. You open that up, and here is the sample we're gonna go by to create our config file. So in this example, we know that we have name. So our Masternode, we named it Masternode 1. Then we have IP address. What we have to do, we have to go to Vultr and copy our IP address. Here we have our server, and this is our IP address. We copy it. We're back in our file, so we paste it here. Now we go with the port. Port, it's 2718, so we just type that. Now, private key, output text ID, and index, we need to get it from the wallet. So let's open the wallet, and I'll show you how to get that. So we go to Help, Debug Window, Console, and first what we need to get is our private key. As I show you here in the document, what you need to type to get the private key is command tnode gen key. So we're back at our debug window. So we type tnode and here we go. We have our gen key. Copy. And we paste it right here. It says right here in an example what kind of format it should be. So name, IP, port, and then tnode private key. So we have this key, so we copy it here. We paste it here. Now what we need to get is the output text ID number. So we go back to wallet. We go to our debug window. Okay. And the command is tnode output with an S. So that's our mistake. If anything like that happens, nothing, not a big deal. You just do it again. Tnode outputs. Here you go. So we copy again. We go to our file and we paste it here. Now what we have to do is we have to get rid of extra marks like this. We have to get rid of all that. Make sure it's the same as the one above. So let's double check if we have it all right. So as per example, we have a name tn1, we named our Masternode 1. Then we have IP address, we have our IP address. Then we have 2718, which is port. Then we have private key, we have that. Output text ID, we have that. And output index, we have that. All the spaces, it's all good. So what we do now is just save it. And all those commands, all I'm doing, you have it right here in your document below. So Masternode 1, then you have IP address, then you have port number, then you have command, which is tnode gen key, then you have another command, which is tnode outputs. So all that, and you have a screenshot how it's supposed to look. And of course, here's where you have it on your computer. So that's pretty much it. Now we have a script which we need to run in on our server, and right now we're gonna copy this script. Let me make it smaller so it's easier to copy. So this is a script I'm gonna copy. But before we run it on our server, I'm gonna paste it right here. Okay. Just open myself a little empty notepad. Before we run it on our server, we have to replace those two lines. First is our private key, and the second is our IP address. Now, our IP address, we copy from here. So we have our IP address. And our private key, we copy from here. That's our private key. And we replace it here. Once we have that, we can close this file. Let's make sure we have it saved. Close it. And now we'll have to reopen our little tool which connects us to our server and run this script. And we'll see if everything goes right. So we have a script, as you see here, the script, and then we run it on our server, and that's the message we should get. So let's start up our little putty tool. Here we go. Now let's go back to our server. Okay, and let's copy IP address and connect. Again, I need to let it on here. So as I said before, let's copy a password. Okay. Now we log in as root. Enter. Password, you just do right click and enter. And now we need to paste the script which we just copied and put our information before. This is the script, so we copy it all. Copy. And we just right click and let the magic happen. So this is gonna take like a minute or two, and we should get the message that our server, our wallet, everything is connected and ready to go. We have a message here that server is starting. Now we have command here which we can check our server, get info on it. So we click enter, and here we go. So this is pretty much like we have here in an example in the document I showed you. You see right here. So let's go back to what we have here. But meanwhile, we can also go to our wallet and we go to if we don't have it, go to T nodes, and if you don't have it here, you just restart your wallet. So you go to T nodes and you go to my nodes, and you see your Masternode is missing. Why it's missing? Because you have to start it. So you just right click on it and start. Confirm it, and it's pre-enabled. Now everything gets connected, and after a while you'll see this will change to enabled. We have another command which we can type and check if everything is connected successfully, which is, as you see here, T-node status. So what's the status of our Masternode? So let's see if it's not too early. So we type just like you see here, /TecraCoin Sally T-node status. Node just started, not yet activated. So Masternode just started, it's not activated yet. So you see here it says successfully started because its status changed on a wallet. Right here it's changed to enabled, so that means it's all good. Now it's not activated yet. It's gonna take like an hour, 2 hours sometimes, and it will all get connected, will all get activated. So once we have all this, step 3, you see it says pre-enabled, then it will change enabled. Once we have all this done, our Masternode is running. So that's it. Now all you have to do is just check your wallet once a while and see if you are receiving TecraCoins right here, your Masternode rewards. Close it now, and we'll get back to it in the couple hours and see if everything runs.